Hey, what's up, guys? It's Burden here from Attic Gaming. The Guild Wars 2 Daily you are going to listen to today has already been recorded a few days ago. Actually, I wanted to put in some audio here to talk about the Super Typhoon Yolanda that just went through the Philippines. If you don't know, I am currently located in Cebu, Philippines, and experienced the typhoon. Fortunately for us, we were fairly lucky. We didn't get hit by the severe winds. But I wanted to take this opportunity because it's pretty devastated over here in some areas, especially specifically Tacloban City and Leyte. They're expecting the death toll to go over 10,000 in just one city. So I wanted to take this opportunity, and I'm going to put in the description I'm going to put a link to the CBS website where they have an organized list of some charities and some foundations that you can donate to if you guys want to help out the Philippines. You would be surprised how far a dollar can go over here. A dollar can quite literally feed a family for a day, and it could give a family water to drink. And if you guys are in the position to do so, then please, just a dollar or whatever you can send. These people really need your help right now. Thanks for listening, guys. Alright, so basically ArenaNet, if you go into the forums at all, on the Guild Wars 2 site, you go to the Guild Wars 2 forums. ArenaNet has been reaching out to the community to do some collaborative development. So basically what they want is, well, what they did at first for PvP, they had people list down the 3 biggest things they want changed. And they took the most popular item, and that's what they're talking about now. We'll make another daily talking about what topic they're actually talking about. It is game modes, by the way, in PvP. And we can make another Guild Wars 2 daily about that. But I think we just wanted to talk about the importance of ArenaNet actually doing this, and maybe some downfalls actually that could come out of this. I mean, ArenaNet's not stupid. They're not going to be looking at suggestions, and just because they're popular doesn't mean they're gonna put them in. I mean, don't you think? They'll say no, this goes against the game, even if it is like a popular idea. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I think ArenaNet will be responsible enough to take all of these suggestions in and make the best choices with them. What do you think?
You'd hope so. Sometimes their decisions in the past have been a bit odd. If everything goes well, this should be a lot better. It's a lot better than what they were previously doing, which was not talking to us at all.
They were talking to somebody, nobody ever knew who. I think that was one of the biggest things too, because I see it on the forums like, in PvP, like, why are you listening to these top tier people? Like, you should be listening to the rest of us, or something like that. So now that you know for sure that they're listening to the community now and getting the community ideas, especially with
they were
PvP.
only listening to a very small section of the community.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't rate top tier of what we got now as particularly like the best. I mean, we had a lot of the best players leave already. Just what we got now is much is left over.
Who was it? John Sharp came out and kind of admitted that a lot of the top teams and pretty much the pro players have already left Guild Wars 2. So I guess if you want to look at the top tier isn't really top tier. Like, no disrespect to them, they're very good at the game. But the problem is, they were listening to top tier for so long, and now the PvP scene is, I think it's fair to say, it's almost dead in Guild Wars 2. So I've always thought that they just need to concentrate on making the game fun and fostering up the community that it is now. And if you really want an esports scene in Guild Wars 2, you gotta start with the community that you have now, instead of, like, they wanted esports right out of the gate, but you gotta build up the community first. If you don't have a community, it doesn't matter. And I think they focused on the wrong things, especially with PvP, but the collaborative development applies to all aspects of the game. I guess the biggest one they're working on is PvP right now. The main, or the current idea is game modes in PvP. But anyway, I think it's a great idea that they're finally opening up to the community, because you do see in a lot of MMOs developers being very quiet about what's coming and they think it's the best idea. But why not ask your fan base and your player base? They know what they want. There's no reason to like sit behind closed
most
doors
of the
and
time.
guess.
Yeah, quite often they don't.
Well, I think if you listen to I mean there are definitely times where the changes that players want wouldn't work, but you could at least listen to what they. If you say like we're gonna change this, then you listen to the feedback and it's mostly negative. Then you have to be thinking, well, okay, what else could we do instead of changing that? That's the kind of feedback you get when you're open with your community. If you're just behind shut doors and say we're changing this, and then when it comes out, it gets extremely negative feedback, and you don't even bother changing it or anything because you just think it's what's best for the game. So it's nice to see them being open with the community and getting some more feedback, and not just getting feedback from the community, but letting the community get feedback from them as well, and saying why are you making these decisions. And maybe we hated the change before, but once you actually listen to the reason why they're making the change, then you're like, oh, okay, well, you know what, maybe that is actually a really good change. And it kind of gives the player base a peace of mind. Well, so what do you think about all the collaborative development? I mean, just your overall opinion of it.
Can only be a good thing. They've been so quiet for so long. It's just something that's definitely needed. Hopefully we get some things out of it. I mean, some of the other games out there, oh god, I reference League of Legends so much. They talk heaps with their community. Oh god, every day you can just pop on and they have heaps and heaps of posts in their dev track. I kind of disliked how the policies of their community management wouldn't allow their devs to post much or say open things about things. No comment on. You look at what happened with it was the
Adventure Box. Yeah,
they like gave him a talking to, and he was forced to go quiet. But I thought, oh my god, for once someone in ArenaNet has opened up, and this is fantastic. We're getting the guy's like just stupid, and I made a mistake with the thing, and thought, well, damn, yeah, people make mistakes and stuff.
Then
but when
understand it more, right? When he says it,
he actually explained some of the things of his decision processes and stuff, and you could actually go, okay, yeah, Super Adventure Box 1 is fun this time, and realizes that, but you can't be angry at him for that. But when all you do is get this wall of silence before that we used to get, it was terrible, because all you would think, when you leave something to foster it in your mind, you just gets a bit worse and worse over time. If they're not doing anything about it or saying anything, it's like, well, shit, why am I playing this game if they don't actually care?
I mean, it's just like the PvP devs coming out before and telling the player base that they just need to learn how to play. I mean, that's like the worst thing you can say.
Definitely.
People just need the peace of mind of knowing, alright, the developers are listening to us. They are listening to what we have to say. And when you're so silent, you start losing hope that they're not even paying attention to what you have to say. So it's great. It's a great initiative for ArenaNet to be more open and to get out on the forums, taking suggestions from people.
And murdering the dog.
Yeah, that's a different one, by the way. I don't know which one that is. It's a new one.
Really? Oh my god.
They're spawning everywhere. Anyway, well, I'll put a link in the description below to where you can find out exactly where they're doing this collaborative development if you want to get your say in. They are working on game modes right now in PvP, which is, in my opinion, a great thing. It's something that PvP certainly needs. So make sure you guys are leaving comments below what you think about collaborative development with developers collaboratively developing with their player base and getting opinions from them and what they want, what the player base wants. I think it's great, and hopefully you guys think so as well. But make sure you guys are commenting, and please subscribe, like, favorite, share. Alright, see you guys.